Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Hello YouTube, Ultramaximus back with another comic book review. And it's been so long since I reviewed a comic book, I can't even remember what the last one was. And this happens to be my first digital comic book review, and it's from Bad Halo Comix. And I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. David Paul, the publisher of Bad Halo Comix, as well as a creator of content on the page. I will be leaving links to their Facebook page as well as their main page down in the description below, so definitely go check them out. So, Bad Halo Comix is creator-owned digital comics that you can buy online. Online comics have gotten huge here recently, and even the big publishers are putting them out. And it's a great medium for smaller and shop types to be able to put content out, which was very cool. Way back at the turn of the century, I had actually looked at doing online comics myself, and I went and bought a scanner and set up a website and did a few books, not too terribly many. And man, it's just crazy to see how much it's grown in the past 17 years. So Bad Halo is they kind of take some religious type theme stuff. Heresy and humor is kind of the shtick with it, and they've got a few different authors and artists are putting these books together. And David was kind enough when he approached me and said, "Hey, go ahead and pick one. I'll give you a free sample to take a look at for review." And I couldn't pass it up. Who's gonna say no to free comics? And actually, I've never owned or purchased a digital comic, so this was something new and interesting to me. So I took him up on the offer, and this is what I picked. After reading some of the synopsis of the books and flipping through the artwork, I settled on After the Apocalypse, which was written by Attila Vladislav and illustrated by Vanya Ebrel. Now, the book was originally published in the magazine Scriptos in Croatia, and it's in originally Croatianese or Croatian. I guess it's Croatian, right? And David Paul redesigned it for Bad Halo Comix. Now, the official synopsis for the book off the website reads, following a nuclear conflict to end the war in heaven, survivors on Earth fend off gangs of cannibals and mutant creatures to secure contaminated water. A former gang member, Damien Farrow, loses the woman he loves and stumbles into a temple where the angel of death imbues him with his spirit. Now he must search out 6 demonic spirits and expel them from the world. So that was enough to really get me to sink my teeth into the story and really see what Bad Halo and After the Apocalypse was all about. Now, the book itself is black and white, although there are a lot of pages that have color splash in it. There's a lot of blood splatters, which really reminds me of Sin City by Frank Miller, which is very cool. Definitely dig that. It's got a really good foundation for this kind of anti-hero comic. Very cool, very neat. I like the fact, that it's very Punisher-esque in the fact that, he loses this woman he loves, but it's set in like a Mad Max kind of world. They're going into Vegas, and he ends up, finding himself in this temple of dead angels. And after picking up the sword of one particular angel, he gets imbued with these powers, and then he gets assigned to go after these 6 demonic spirits, which all look very interesting. We only get to encounter one of them in the story. The one that intrigues me the most really is the little kid. I mean, this seems really creepy, and I want to know what he does. So again, this is a really great story element. Reminds me a lot of the old Greek hero stories like Hercules and Odysseus, those kind of things. Very cool, and a little bit like Spawn in the fact that now he's kind of assigned to go after these particular demons and work for the supernatural. and then he kind of gets put onto this road trip a la Ghost Rider. So he's got this connection to his motorcycle, which is cool, and he starts hunting down these demonic beasts, and that's got a little bit of a flavor of the TV show Supernatural. You know, go after monster of the week sort of deal, and I'm definitely digging that. And of course, he goes after the big bad, at least one of them, and one of the more demonic looking ones, which is kind of cool. And to be real honest, the book is a little clunky in the dialogue in certain parts because it's translated from its original Croatian script. And it really reminds me of Troll Hunter in that aspect, which I believe came from Norway. It was an import film, and if you watch the English dub, it just doesn't quite fit right, but it's still an interesting read. And that really impresses me because something that's translated from another language really catching your attention. You kind of get a dab of him going after this big bad, and then he's got to deal with the minions chasing him out of the battle. Just all kinds of fun and really nice artwork and some interesting visuals. And then this first story arc kind of winds down by bringing back some of those villains from the start of the story. You find out that they're still on his tail, and you really see him. He's dealing with not only these supernatural demons and whatnots, but also these gangsters and mutants of this wasteland Earth, and really just kind of kickstarts the whole thing and makes you really invested in the character and want to know what happens to him and what's going to happen. And, what are these other demons? What's going on with this other sub-story plot? And what's going to happen in this wasteland? And it really wants you to keep going with the story, and I find that a lot of fun. And the other thing that was really cool, after this little cliffhanger of what's going to happen to these characters, we get a gallery of artwork, a la kind of a post-credits scene from a modern comic book movie. And this was really nice because we get a lot of really cool sketch pad type of artwork of the characters and character designs. We get our hero, quote unquote, on the right side there. I'm presuming, one of the bad guys that we're going to see later on down the road. But yeah, definitely digging it. And this guy's got a very Kylo Ren meets Ghost Rider meets the Spectre kind of vibe. So overall, I was very impressed with the comic book, even though there were some parts of the script that, like I said, were a little clunky because it was translated. But I think as time goes on, it's really going to find its footing. I'm really interested to see what happens to the characters and meet some of these other villains and see some of the other wastelands of this post-apocalyptic world. If you like horror comics or just, independent stuff, black and white books, just different kind of stuff, this is definitely something I think you're going to want to check out. The price is right. It looks like they average about $2 a book. This PDF had 52 pages in it. It was basically 2 issues and a slew of artwork and a little sampling of the original Croatian scripting in there as well, which was really, really nice. I'm impressed, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking out some other material. So a big shout out to David and Bad Halo Comix. Check out the links in the description below. Go to their website, buy some comic books, go to their Facebook page, like them, follow them, and again, thanks guys over at Bad Halo Comix for making this review possible. And a big thank you to Attila Vladislav and Vanya Ibril. I hope I pronounced those names right. Great comic, guys. Thanks for the read, and I look forward to finding out what happens in the future. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.